Hey everyone. This is something that I have been leafing through. Some of you even saw it in a little humorous video of mine that even wound up on Ian's Instagram. If you're not familiar with the French rifle book that my friend Ian McCollum put together, he is the creator and the man behind ForgottenWeapons.com and loads of really good content online. This has been a tremendous labor of love on his part. Just the photography and the research that has gone in to everything that he has documented, from, as he says, Chassepot all the way up to the FAMAS. You have the MAS 36, the MAS 49, and the most modern of French rifles. Really just a magnificent tome, and I'm glad to have it here with me during the quarantine. Also, very touching and very gentlemanly is that it does have an insert of some of Ian's favorite cocktails. Any of you who were watching his live stream Q&A saw that he made the Boulevard recently, and I was inspired. I was rewatching it just now, and I said, I'd love to check out what I can do here. Now, I'm a little short-handed, quarantine and all, so I don't have a lot of rye in the house. In fact, the only rye I've got is the Caribbean cask rye from Basil's, and I'm running a little low. We're not quite at black ammo status yet, but I'm gonna keep that parked. The hottest whiskey I do have is one of the cask strength bottles we have around. Now, this is a wheater. It's not a high rye bourbon, but if I were to press that into service and make a few changes, we're going to call this, I don't know, maybe we'll call this the Tiny Dancer. The Boulevard is not that bad because it's not La Boulevardier. It is very much an American interpretation of the French cocktail with what you got. So, the base whiskey is called for 1.5 ounces on that front. So let's go ahead and add that in. All right. And then it's 1 ounce of each. Now, the recipe calls for a sweet vermouth and something that I don't use a lot, campari, right? He likes the bitter of the campari bouncing off the sweet vermouth. We're going to dial both of those down to kind of the middle section, right? So instead of a campari, which no one should ever own or drink, I have Aperol in the house, and, it's pretty close without being completely disgustingly bitter. So there we go on that front. And instead of the sweet vermouth, which, again, I don't really use sweet vermouth, Tara and I tend to keep Lillet around for most of our martinis and any kind of thing that would require a vermouth or a fortified wine, kind of an herbal fortified wine. Lillet has a little less action there. So we're dialing it up a bit on the Aperol, down on the Lillet, and maybe somewhere in the middle, we're going to find a way to make this work. Kind of an ersatz boulevardier. Also, it is called for garnishing with a nice peel of orange. We didn't get our CSA delivery yet from the farm people, so we don't have an orange, but I do happen to have, lemon. So we're just going to kind of garnish that out with a little peel off the lemon. And we'll see how this goes, right? All right. Actually, he calls for a slice. I could give a slice. I'm just going to, I don't want the lemon to clobber this, right? So we're going to call that the Boulevard is not that bad. Hopefully, Ian, you're not already marking me on your enemies list for bastardizing what you have done here. I am so very indebted to you for the French rifle book. Thank you again for all the work that went into it. Stay safe during the quarantine. Everyone keep your hands clean. Salud. That's not bad.